of you here. I'm so pleased to see so many of you standing up. And I know that's not something that's just happened just for today. It's something that I know women like you do every single day, and that is so key. And I know that we're here specifically marching for Bibaa and Nicole and the horrible murder and the horrible situation that happened with the police. But when I think about that, and when I think about what happened, I think the reason why we know about it is because they were caught. How many are not caught? How many are left out there just to continue doing what they do and not be exposed? And I think about that because there are so many different cases that have come up recently. I think about what happened to Child Q. I think about how in that situation, we know now that so many more children have been strip searched. And a lot of these young people have been under the age of 18, and a lot of them have been black girls. And when we say Black Lives Matter, people say to us, why do you have to say that? Of course Black Lives Matter. Of course that should be obvious. But to somebody that looks like me, it's not obvious. Because of the way we are treated, because of the way we are brutalized, because of the way when something happens to us, it very rarely makes it into the news. And it only does if somebody is caught. And when the police, when these things are exposed and the police apologise, they say to us, well, we've apologised, what more do you want? But when they do that, that is just reputation management. That's not change. When you tell us that, oh, we're going to look at this, we're going to have this diversity training, you've heard about all of this nonsense already, that they're going to change. It's not, it's just reputation management. Because if they will not accept that they are institutionally racist, if they will not accept that they are institutionally misogynist, they do not understand the problem. And if you do not understand the problem for its root, absolutely nothing is going to change. And I can tell you, because myself and Dawn, we've been in meetings with Cressida Dick. She's gone now, but look at how much had to happen. Yeah, look at how much had to happen before she went. But you know what? I'm thinking to myself, who are they going to replace her with? Who are they going to replace her with? And we've heard about this tradition that we're meant to have of policing by consent, and we're asking that they consult us on who they're going to replace her with. Because if they do not consult us on who they're going to replace us with, we're just continuing down another road. And she would say things like, well, of course we have to stop and search people in these areas, in these communities, because that's where the crime happens. As somebody who works in the House of Commons, I can tell you there are criminals everywhere. And searching for them in particular communities is not going to change anything. And what I would say lastly, you may have heard about over the past weekend, because we've been talking about patriotism. We've been talking about patriotism, we've been talking about what that means. And a lot of people say that somebody like me is not patriotic because I will criticise the police. Now, to me, patriotism, loving your country, is supporting everybody in your country so that they have all that they need and the equality that they deserve. That is patriotism. It's not about waving a flag. It's not about not criticising various institutions, because you know if you're talking bad about these institutions and you're not supporting them, you're not supportive of your country. Anybody that does not speak up against the horrors that the police have inflicted on black people, on black women, is not patriotic as far as I'm concerned. You are the ones that have the problem. Solidarity to you all, and to all of those, to Nicole and Bibaa's family, and to all of those families that never even make it on the news. We stand with you and we want to see real change. Thank you.